Hi, everyone. Yesterday, July 3rd, 2025, Social Security released an update. They shared information about Congress officially passing the One Big Beautiful Bill. They said this bill will help many people receiving Social Security benefits, especially with taxes. So I just wanted to share this because it's interesting. But first, I want to take a look at what they said. Then I'll go back and walk through some details about how it might help. All right. First, let's take a look at what they said here. Social Security applauds passage of legislation providing historic tax relief for seniors. The Social Security Administration, SSA, is celebrating the passage of the One Big Beautiful Bill, a landmark piece of legislation that delivers long-awaited tax relief to millions of older Americans. The bill ensures that nearly 90% of Social Security beneficiaries will no longer pay federal income taxes on their benefits, providing meaningful and immediate relief to seniors who have spent a lifetime contributing to our nation's economy. All right, here you can see they're saying this new law guarantees that nearly 90% of people receiving Social Security benefits will no longer have to pay federal income tax on the money they receive. Let me keep going, then I'll come back to this part. This is a historic step forward for America's seniors, said Social Security Commissioner Frank Bisignano. For nearly 90 years, Social Security has been a cornerstone of economic security for older Americans. By significantly reducing the tax burden on benefits, this legislation reaffirms President Trump's promise to protect Social Security and helps ensure that seniors can better enjoy the retirement they've earned. The new law includes a provision that eliminates federal income taxes on Social Security benefits for most beneficiaries, providing relief to individuals and couples. Additionally, it provides an enhanced deduction for taxpayers aged 65 and older, ensuring that retirees can keep more of what they have earned. Social Security remains committed to providing timely and accurate information to the public and will continue working closely with federal partners to make sure beneficiaries understand how this legislation may affect them. All right, so this is the part where Social Security Commissioner Frank Bisignano talks about the new law. He says there's a provision that eliminates federal income taxes on most Social Security benefits. But if you really look closely, you'll notice there's no specific line that says Social Security benefits are completely exempt from income tax. There's also no mention of removing the Social Security tax itself. That's not what this is about. What it does include is an increased standard deduction for taxpayers who are 65 and older so they can keep more of their money. So if you fall into that group, this new law might help you keep more in your pocket. But to be clear, it doesn't eliminate the taxation of Social Security benefits entirely. It just means more people will likely owe nothing after that bigger deduction. All right, let me explain this so you can see it a little more clearly. Right now, whether your Social Security benefits get taxed, we're talking about federal income tax here, depends on how much total income you have in the year. For example, you take half of your Social Security benefits and you add that to any other income you have during the year, like wages, interest, dividends, pensions, anything. If the total combined income is under $25,000, then your benefits won't be taxed at all. This is for single filers, by the way. But if your combined income is between $25,000 and $34,000, then up to 50% of your Social Security benefits may be subject to tax. And if it's over $34,000, then up to 85% of your benefits can be taxed. Now, if you file a joint return, meaning as a married couple, the numbers change a bit. If your total income is below $32,000, no tax. If it's between $32,000 and $44,000, up to 50% of your benefits may be taxed. And if your combined income is over $44,000, then up to 85% of your Social Security benefits can be taxed. But here's something important. If you're married filing separately, you basically get no tax break at all. Your benefits are most likely taxable. Now, this entire structure, this way of calculating taxes on Social Security is still in place. The new One Big Beautiful Bill doesn't get rid of it. It just adds a bigger deduction for people age 65 and up. So you might end up paying less tax, but that doesn't mean Social Security taxes are gone. That rule is still there. All right. So where's the part that actually helps? The benefit here is this. The new law includes a provision that gives a federal income tax break to people who are 65 or older. So if you're 65 and up, then when you file your taxes right now in 2025, you don't get taxed on all of your income. There's something called a standard deduction. That's the part of your income you get to subtract before any taxes are calculated. Now, let me show you what that looks like. This here is the federal tax setup. Let's say you're under 65 and you file as single. Well, the first $15,000 of your income, you don't pay federal tax on it. Anything above that starts getting taxed, and the tax rate depends on how much more you earn. That's the rule for people under 65. But now if you're 65 or older, or you're blind, you get to add more to your deduction. For example, if you're filing single and you're 65 plus, you get to add another $2,000 to your deduction. If you're married filing jointly and you're both over 65, you get to add $3,200 more. So what the new law does is it increases these deduction numbers even more than before, meaning you get to keep more of your money and pay less federal income tax. That's the part where this new bill actually helps. All right, so right now, if you're 65 or older and filing single, you get an extra $2,000 added to your standard deduction. So instead of just the basic $15,000, you get to deduct $17,000 before paying any federal tax. Now, under the new law, you get to add another $6,000 on top of that. So in total, that's $23,000 you can deduct if you're single. If you're married filing jointly, instead of just adding $3,200, the new law gives you an extra $12,000 deduction. So yeah, that really helps reduce how much of your income gets taxed. But let's be clear, this is about deductions, not about eliminating tax on Social Security benefits themselves. That part, the Social Security tax rules, are still in place. Now, to qualify for these new deductions, your income needs to be under $75,000 if you file as single, or under $150,000 if you're filing jointly. So basically, this only helps seniors who are in that middle income range. If you're retired, receiving Social Security, and maybe have a part-time job or a pension, this might apply to you. Let's look at an example. Say you're single, you make $20,000 a year in total income. Before, you could only deduct $17,000, which means you'd still owe tax on $3,000. But now, with that extra $6,000 deduction, your total deduction becomes $23,000, and your $20,000 income would be completely tax-free. That's where the help comes in. So, yes, this bill gives relief, but it's not eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits across the board. Those tax rules are still there. And to be clear, the extra $6,000 or $12,000 added to the standard deduction is only temporary. It's only available from now until the year 2028. After that, the rules will go back to the way they were before. This is just something I wanted to explain so you can see that taxes on Social Security benefits have not been removed. They're still there. What's new is that people with incomes slightly higher than the standard federal deduction may get a bit more help through this temporary increase. That's all I wanted to share today. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.